Welcome to the Celtic Llama. In today's tutorial, I'll be showing you how to do the zigzag crochet stitch pattern. This pattern gives your work a really awesome effect. So to get started, you're going to need to know how to do a double crochet and a half treble crochet. If you need help with that, you can check down in the description below for my videos on how to do those stitches. So to get started, you want to chain multiples of 4 plus 3. For this video, I'm doing a quick 11 chains. To get started, once you have your chains, go ahead and chain 2, and in the third chain from the hook, you're going to work your first half treble crochet, followed by working your half treble crochets all the way to the end of the row. That finishes row 1. So row 2, we're going to turn our work. We are going to chain 2, and we are going to work half treble crochets all the way across to the end of the row. Row 2 also starts the beginning of the repeat. So for this pattern, to create the size that you would like, you will need to repeat rows 2 through 7. That finishes row 2. So row 3, we're going to turn our work and we are going to chain 1, followed by working 2 double crochets in the next 2 stitches. In the third stitch, we are actually going to work a stitch below. So it's just like working a double crochet to where you insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through 2. Now you want to make sure that that stitch above that we just did below, you don't work, so it'll end up being skipped. Next you'll work 3 double crochets. Then we will work a stitch below. And you also want to make sure that when you pull through your yarn that you're not pulling it too tight. You want it to have it a little bit loose, or else it'll end up deforming your crochet project. Again, we are going to work 3 double crochets. And then the last stitch, we are going to do our stitch below. So you insert your hook, yarn over, pull through your yarn, and then pull through both loops. And that is row 3. So then we'll turn our work, we will chain 2, and we will work half treble crochets all the way to the end of your work. So when it comes to working the stitches below, you want to make sure that you don't work the stitches above for that same stitch, or else you'll end up with too many stitches for your project and it'll end up being out of shape. Also make sure that you don't pull your yarn too tight while you're working this. I have a habit of pulling my yarn a bit too tight, so for this pattern I had to constantly remind myself that you need to just relax and let your yarn have a little bit of leeway. So here we are at row 5, we are going to chain 1 and we're going to work a double crochet in the first stitch, followed by working a stitch below, and double crocheting in the next stitch. We're going to do a double crochet stitch below and a double crochet in the next stitch. And we'll repeat this method all the way to the end of the row. So it's a row below, a stitch below, and a stitch above. A double crochet right there. It's a stitch below, and a stitch above. And that finishes row 5. You can see how your zigzag pattern is starting to show. So row 6, we turn our work, we chain 2, and we half treble crochet all the way to the end of the row. Alright, and row 7, this will be the last part of our repeat. So we will chain 1 and we will work 1 stitch below. Remembering that the repeat for this pattern is rows 2 through 7. So we do a stitch below, followed by a double crochet in the next stitch, followed by 3 more double crochets in the next 3 stitches. My apologies. Again, we'll do a stitch below, and in the next 3 stitches we are going to work double crochets, followed by working a stitch below, and finishing off by working 2 double crochets. You can really see the zigzag design showing up. And there you have it. This is how you do the zigzag crochet stitch pattern. Super fun. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a like, and I really do hope that you have a happy crochet day.